caracoles y bienvenidos a Spring Spanish. Yo soy Cody, and did you know there are many words that look almost the same in English and Spanish, but they actually mean something completely different? No digo que sea tu caso, but almost all foreigners I've ever met use them wrong at least once in a while. And if you're not careful, you can end up saying some pretty embarrassing or hilarious things in Spanish. So if you want to avoid telling everyone they're horny and risk getting slapped in the face, mistaking your bowel issues for a runny nose, calling someone naive when you actually think they are a genius, and 3 other tricky mistakes, this is the video for you. Así que, comencemos. Uno. Excitado, excited. Lo siento, English speakers, but this is one of the most common and funny expressions people use to refer to being happy. Well, newsflash, in español, it doesn't mean that. It's more a mature form of excitement, si sabes a lo que me refiero. So, next time you're feeling extremely joyous, you are better off using emocionado o emocionada. Estoy muy emocionada de conocerte finalmente. I'm very excited to finally meet you. Él está tan emocionado que no puede dejar de hablar de ti. He is so excited that he can't stop talking about you. 2. Constipado, constipated. Another confusing one. Constipado in Spanish has nothing to do with bowel issues. We'd call that estar estreñido. It just means que tienes un ligero resfriado. Literally, your nose is constipated. So next time you're talking about being constipado, make sure you know what you're talking about, or people will offer you una ciruela. Me parece que por los nervios estoy estreñido. I'm afraid stress has caused me bellyache. Este ligero resfriado pasará pronto. This mild constipation will soon pass. 3. Caliente, hot. Ok, para ser justos, the word caliente might have a lot of meanings, so I promise I won't hold it against you. However, many English speakers use this word to say you're hot, meaning you are attractive. But we don't really interpret it like that. And if you say estás muy caliente to a girl, well, you might get a slap or two. Let's say it means pretty much the same as excitado or excitada in Spanish. Let's learn the proper use of the word caliente. A beverage is caliente. The weather might be caliente as well. But people are atractivo or atractiva, or even better, guapo or guapa. La chica del bikini es muy guapa. That bikini girl is hot. Me parece que mi novio es muy atractivo. I think my boyfriend is very hot. This one is so common that Paulísima made a whole video about caliente and the different ways of expressing hotness in Spanish. You can check it out here. Ready for part 2? First, did you know that we publish 5 weekly lessons on our YouTube channel? So don't forget to subscribe and darle al botón de la campanita so you won't miss a lesson. Continuemos. 4. Familiar, familiar. Nope, I'm not talking about Salem, Sabrina's familiar. I'm talking about English speakers confusing the term. Familiar is someone you are very well acquainted with, a family member, or at least es lo que queremos decir en español. The word and term exists, but it's not something that we use a lot. So if you want to refer to something you are familiar with, the right word will be acostumbrado. Estoy muy acostumbrada a conducir de noche. I'm very familiar with driving at night. La reunión de anoche fue bastante familiar. Last night's reunion was quite family-oriented. Chunk alert! De anoche is a perfect example of a chunk in Spanish. It means last night and natives use it all the time. The literal translation of last night is última noche, and it just sounds weird. Literal translations just don't work when learning Spanish. So if you want to sound like a Spanish native and have fluent Spanish sentences roll off your tongue, make sure to learn Spanish chunks like de anoche. Check out our free Spanish chunking training that shows you many more Spanish chunks and how chunking will ease your way into fluency. The link for the training is in the description. 5. Ingenuidad, ingenuity. Would you consider yourself ingenious or naive? Pay attention with this word, since it is definitely not the same as in Spanish. Ingenuity in English means being listo, original, e inventivo. But in Spanish, ingenuidad refers to being naive or simple. If you're looking to sell yourself, you should use the term ingenioso. Cuando me lo propongo, puedo ser muy ingenioso. When I put my mind to it, I can be very resourceful. Quien crea lo contrario es simple e ingenuo. Who believes otherwise is simple and naive. 6. Éxito, exit. Many people confuse the English word exit with the Spanish word éxito. But let me tell you, they mean very different things. You talk about éxito in Spanish, it means to be successful. Como dato curioso, the word exit in Spanish and English comes from the Latin word exitus. English speakers adopted this as exit, while Spanish adapted it as success, meaning it has a great outcome. El éxito de tu empresa me da inspiración. The success of your company gives me inspiration. La salida del club está por allá. The club's exit is over there. Tell me, have you used any of these literal translations wrong before? What happened? Any funny stories? Let me know in the comments. And there is one more literal translation that English speakers use all the time. And it's particularly funny to hear that one. No problemo. I actually made a whole video about it where I tell you why you should never say no problemo and 9 great alternatives to saying no problem in Spanish that will make you sound like a true native speaker. Just click the image that just appeared on the screen and I will see you in that video. See you next time and gracias totales. Don't forget to subscribe, drop a like and share the video with your friends.